Yo, what's going on, everybody? In this video, I will be demonstrating a transition from low number 2 with the grain bald fade to longer hair up top with the fade, of course. I got you covered on how to go about the process. Back once again, you are of course tuned into the underground. My name is Mbaya and I go by the doctor. And of course you heard me correctly in the intro. I will be doing a transition haircut. My client usually goes for a traditional bald fade, but today we'll be doing a blend staying below that ridge with a slightly angled mid fade. Transition haircuts involve a lot of shock, patience, adjustment, almost a lifestyle change because, for example, when a client goes through a big chop process, they're going to be shocked no matter what. It never fails. It doesn't matter if they have prepared themselves over several weeks, months, whatever you name it. They're always going to be in a state of shock. It's going to get emotional. It's going to make them unconfident. The confidence goes out of the window. They're just going to clam up on you. This is very popular amongst people with, for example, locks or just anybody with long hair that goes down their back somewhere, you know? So no matter what kind of treatment you do to your hair, to prep it, to train it, some people's hair just will not react accordingly right away on that first day of the big chop. So in this case here, my guy went from a 2 up top, right? What he is aiming for is to get the hair longer to possibly even be able to comb over the hair and eventually, be able to comb it back or something. Now, this is my guy. I've been cutting his hair for some time now, but I know he's not going to make it. As you can see, I did create the bald guideline with the skin. And of course, I'm going in with a 1.5 clipper lever all the way open. Then I'm going to close the clipper lever halfway, then completely close it to soften up that guideline that I am creating. Very simple steps, very straightforward process. I'm going to also use a secondary guard, which will be the half guard or the 0 guard for some people. So if you want to be more detailed, it's the 1/16. Those are the two magic guards that you will ever really need to create a haircut. But it's not for everybody, this process, but it does work out perfectly. So as you can see, I have the half guard and I'm using the Gamma Plus tight guards, by the way, on my Apex clipper by Stylecraft. This Apex clipper is slept on and it's great for fading. A lot of people don't even know about this clipper, but if you want something that works just like the Stylecraft's Rebel or the Gamma Plus Boosted, definitely get you an Apex. These come in blue. You could also get the Saber. It's a beast, probably the best out of this collection with the heavy metal body clippers. Or you can get the Mythic, which is also a giant from Stylecraft. You will definitely get the most out of these packages. But the Apex for me, due to the fact that it is a rotary motor, just like the Gamma Boosted, as well as the Stylecraft Rebel, compared to the Mythic, which has a magnetic motor, and the Saber has a digital brushless motor. Gamma Plus and Stylecraft literally have something for everybody, and that's the best thing about this brand. I'm going to tell you right now, do not sleep on this Apex. It's definitely something I'm in love with right now. I'm appreciating these a lot. They're easy to blend with, as you can see, very straightforward. All I'm doing is using the open technique, closing halfway, closing completely all the way. And if you have to adjust accordingly little by little, do as you must. And make sure to be the judge when it comes to adjusting the clipper lever, because all hair does not react the same to the blades. With that being said, everything that's left to do now is just, a little bit of detail work, nothing too complex. And by the way, he has been growing his hair out for about a month, going on a month and a half now. And if I mentioned shock earlier, this is where patience comes in. You have to be patient when you're transitioning a client's haircut, as well as helping them become patient if they're not patient. Because the adjustment that is required to get used to a new look is going to take a lot out of you to convince your client that this is what is going to be hot for you. This is what's going to work for you. Because there's some people that just have no idea about their hair anatomy and they expect a miracle to be worked. You know, you can't be Idris Elba expecting Travis Kelce vibes. You feel me? Like, it's just not going to happen. You can't be Stephen Curry expecting Drake. You can't be Kevin Durant expecting Odell Beckham. Like, it's just not going down. And that goes both ways as in the other way around. Stop requesting the impossible. Maybe somebody can do that for you. I'm not sure who that person is. I'm sure they exist. But for me, I'm going to be realistic. And I'm going to cut your hair accordingly to what your setup is. Now, just so I don't drift too far off, you know, I tend to do that, y'all. I apologize. As you can see, I am working on debulking as I blend into that top hair. I'm using a 2-guard. Still sticking to the tight guards, of course. I have the clipper lever open. And I'm going to close halfway, of course. Then close completely to just soften that transition up from the low blend all the way to the hair up top. So I'm going to just transition into the hair. I definitely don't want to have any harsh, hard, visible lines. I want to just make sure everything is flowing. You don't want to have a off fade. Jumping all around here. Yeah, you got that. Mm-hmm. You hear that? That's that good crunch. For real. Yeah, I definitely had to sneak that in for y'all just to get you to hear that because, yo, this Stylecraft Rebel shaver is a beast. There's a lot of shavers on the market right now, a lot of great contenders, but there's nothing like this Rebel. And if my client knows that, you need to get one. I'm saying add this to your arsenal, and just not saying this to make you buy something. That too is something everyone should have. I don't care what your favorite brand is. That Rebel shaver does the job. It has both the single foil that you can just flip over and use. You can, you know, definitely be versatile with it, or just use both the double foils. You know, that thing is everything. But we're just going to go ahead and just slightly line them up in the front here at the vertical bar specifically. Just kind of put a small little, you know, natural line. He doesn't like to push into the line. If you look back at the first shot that I showed you of his haircut when it's low, he has a little bit of some spots that don't really require too much maintenance. You don't want to overwork anything, overcorrect anything at all for real. You just kind of want to keep it right where it is. Keep it very natural, light taps, and you should be good. He is not one of those individuals that allow me to do whatever I need to make the line look a certain way, because he is aware of a certain amount of hair will grow back as far as stubble that he does not appreciate. He's not in the shop often. Unlike some people that are in the shop often do tell you, go ahead and push, do what you got to do. I'll be right back anyway. This is where lifestyle comes into play, and your client will let you know what they want, so do just that. Everyone's life, career is different, so they're not in a rush to come back into the shop, but when they do, they tell you exactly what they want. Just make it look the part. I want perfect. I don't want natural. I want perfect. I want symmetrical on each angle. So when people come on here in this comment section and try to criticize everything that they have no idea what they're talking about, is complete madness. Why you are worried and concerned about another individual's choice? It's just madness. It's not like you're paying for it. It's not a teaching moment. You have no idea what you're talking about, because I'm the one being paid to do exactly what you are witnessing. It's not a skill situation. It's not a suggestion as a barber. You should make this and that. No, it's none of that. You have no idea what you're talking about. I'm down for criticism, but if it's constructive, sure. If you're just saying a bunch of nonsense, just keep it to yourself. Move on to the next video. Give me a thumbs down, something. Just don't say nothing. We don't allow or condone into that whole negative, unqualified keyboard thug behavior. That is a no-go around these parts. None of that negative energy. Anyway, yeah, but this is how you transition a haircut, y'all. I hope you found this helpful. I hope it was informative in any way. If you know anybody that may need to hear or see some of this content, please send it to them. Let them know to subscribe to this channel. I have help videos like this that are coming up on the way for many different textures when it comes to transitioning cuts. But yeah, hey, invest into those proper tools. Make sure you're using the right stuff so that your quality is turning out amazing. Just remember, be patient with your clients and help to teach them. Be patient with the transition. Haircuts are a completely different journey. It's like I said earlier, it's equivalent to a lifestyle change. Your everyday routine, how you dress your hair up, how you style it, all changes. Sometimes you have the get up and just go look. You know, if you want bed hair, you get bed hair. If you want to brush, comb, you have that. So style and cut your people's hair accordingly. Take care of your clients, they'll take care of you. But anyway, stay tuned for more videos like this. I will catch y'all on the next one.